pandemic taught us to pay closer attention to things that can make us sick and keep us healthy, and that includes the air we breathe.
Well, 10 TV spent weeks looking into some new guidelines and studies that really show we spend 90% of our time inside. And for kids, well, that's a lot of time in schools.
So we asked several districts in the region how they measure air quality and if they're looking to improve it. The first answer we got, schools use a MERV, or Minimum Efficiency Reporting Value Rating System, to determine how clean the air is. This is one example from a company that sells filters. MERV ratings go from 1 to 16, with higher numbers meaning stronger filtration. Schools are recommended to have a level 13, but that's not required. Columbus City Schools is making upgrades to their HVAC systems. The new systems installed are able to accommodate a MERV 13 filter. In Westerville, they're not adding any purification systems. However, the district does use MERV 8 filters in the HVAC system. While these are just options, there is even more of an effective way of cleaning our air. 10 TV's Chris Frost went to Noble County to Noble Local Schools to see what that is.
And quite frankly, we were inundated during COVID with all the responses to this.
When Noble Local Schools Superintendent Dan Leffingwell says this, he means the air quality in his schools. It's something he never thought he would get hundreds of emails about. Before the pandemic, the district was already making changes to its HVAC system.
We really felt like we improved air quality by airflow in and out of the classroom, but we were also looking for a technology that would take things to another level as far as freeing the air of contaminants and so forth.
That technology is called NanoStrike.
I felt like this product had been vetted 12 years prior to COVID in medical spaces, in the professional sports arena, in a number of areas.
Lindsay Haglidge is the director of business development at Protect Ed, a company launched during the pandemic by educators and scientists to keep classroom air clean. She explains how this works.
If you break the word into two parts, it's easier to understand. Strike is the technology where pathogens, microorganisms, they burst at the DNA and the protein level. Nano speaks to just how long that takes. It takes 0.002 of a second for that interaction to happen where the pathogen is burst and rendered completely inert or dead.
Bottom line, it kills germs instead of just trapping them.
As parents, we ask about student-to-teacher ratios, we ask about textbooks, about food, bus routes, but has anyone ever asked about the air that the students are breathing? It's a foundational component of how their bodies and minds develop.
EPA studies show better air quality leads to students working faster, having higher test scores, and improved attendance.
Everything from mood to attention span seems to improve with clean air.
Leffingwell says in a world where we've mastered virtual learning,
it's important to have our kids and our staff face to face.
And that was Chris Frost reporting. The cost of the NanoStrike unit is about $2,000, but the Elementary and Secondary School Emergency Relief Fund, or ESSER, allows schools to get funding for some of these changes.